Hi everyone, it's Nat here. Hope you're all doing well. So I have a little project to do tonight. In our group Paper Possibilities Crazy Crafters, the lovely Deb put up a challenge this month to make something for Halloween. Now, if we didn't want to do something Halloween style, she said we could use black and orange and make whatever we liked. So I thought I'd go with the sort of Halloween-y theme and do something quick and easy because it's near the end of the month and I've got to get it done as usual. So what I've done is used my Kaiser Craft postage stamp set, which is this die, and I have cut out some black stamps and some orange stamps. Now, next thing I want to do is I am going to mat the orange onto the black. And I find I used to just cut squares out to try and fit in there neatly, which was painful. So I've learnt now it's best to cut two of them, and then because it sort of embosses the square there, so you can use the lines of the embossing there to cut a nice square that's going to fit really nicely onto the black backing. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'll just cut them out. Thought, why not make some faux stamps and actually get a challenge done, because I'm running late as usual. I've got 6 days and I've got 4 challenges, so plus some other projects that I want to get done as well. So kind of like the way these little bits turn out too, so I'll keep them, and possibly these for some collaging or something in the future. So that just creates a perfect little rectangle that I can put on top of the black backing there. And there's the other one. I'll just show you. You should be able to see the embossing there. And I'm just following those lines to cut them out. So what I'm going to do is finish cutting those out, and then we can stick them to the bottom. So I've cut out all my orange rectangles, and I've been going around the edges with my black distress ink, just because I think that they look a bit nicer if you do this. The edges stand out a little or blend in a little. That doesn't make sense, does it? But they just look better, not so harsh. You don't see how crooked they are. That's probably the best way of explaining it. You don't see how crooked my cutting is. So I'm going to stick these down like that. Don't know how these are going to turn out, but it doesn't matter. It's always interesting to see the finished product. That's looking pretty cool as it is, I reckon. Now, I thought, why not utilise, a bit naughty I am, one of the papers that I got this month from Auntie Vera Scrap and Craft, and it's the Echo Park Witches and Wizards papers that I got. This one is the Something Magical, but it has all these little pictures. It's very Harry Potter themed, this set of papers, which is pretty cool. But you don't have to do Harry Potter with it. It has some lovely prints that you could use for other things, but I thought these little pictures might fit quite nicely onto my little stamps. So I'm going to take off now and I'm going to cut a few of these out, and then we can come back and see what we think. So as you can see, I have all these little bits and pieces that I cut out of the paper. So I just did a whole heap of fussy cutting, and then I inked all the edges of them. So that was fun. Not. So the next thing is to decide where I want to put them, which direction we want our stamps. Now, I'm just grabbing the biggest thing, which is the hat. Oh, they're going to fit fine, so I'll keep the stamps in that direction. All right. I've got a cauldron. And I've got... Is that Harry Potter's suitcase? I have no idea. So I know nothing about Harry Potter. What does that say? Magical. Got a couple of books. And I've got a little envelope. I've got pumpkins, so pumpkins can be on one of them. Now this is where it gets fiddly for me, trying to figure out where I want everything so it's pleasing to my eye. So we might put the pumpkins together. Yeah, that'll do. Oh, and we've got bottles. So maybe we put the spell books together. And then we do have the bottles. Let me just have a look if we put a book and a bottle on top of the book or something maybe. Is this a smaller bottle? I think it is. No. I don't know if I like it on the book. Well, that sort of looks alright. Could do something like that. Now I've got a bit of a broom because the whole thing wouldn't fit. Now the broom has to go with the witch's hat, surely. I'm sort of leaving a bit of room over this side to put a stamp of the currency. We've got wands and we've got the envelope. We don't really need the envelope, or maybe the envelope would look cool with the suitcase somewhere. And then maybe the ones with the cauldron. Come together a bit easier than I thought it would. Usually takes me forever. Don't know if they're gonna look like ones if they're both. Could just have the one. Okay, I think I like something like that. So I will stick these down. I reckon I'll use my fine tip glue for all the little bits and pieces. Okay, so they're all stuck down now. I think that looks pretty cool. But to make it look more like a postage stamp, I want to put number stamps and maybe a postmark on there as well. So I'll just grab them and I'll be back. I have found my stamps, my stamp block. I'll probably use, I think I'll use my distress ink. And I found my printing kit that I got from the second-hand store. Now I'm thinking of doing big numbers on this one. This one will probably be all right. So you just clip them in there. I will do a test and make sure I've got them the right way around though, because I'm pretty bad like that at times. Though would they? No, they wouldn't stick. Might be able to put something on them sometimes so they will. Sometimes I just do it by hand and that works all right too. Now, a piece of paper. Oh, I've got a receipt here, that'll do. Just saw a glue bomb came off. It's 52. And I had it upside down. Okay, let's swap them over. I told you I have to do a tester first. Oh, I'm so good. Now, that tea is upside down. It is late. Okay, let's try that. That's better. It is going to be big, but we'll see how we go. All right. If I turn it sort of sideways, I can see where it's going to end up. So, there, that's all right. That will do. Could be better, could be worse. So I'll put them away. Note to self to clean up that kit sometime. And then in this set, I think this came from with a magazine. I've got a cancelled stamp. Now, I don't think this has much stick left on it. We'll see how we go with it. I've got everything going everywhere. And yes, no, it doesn't have much stick. It comes off already. Maybe if I give it a wipe down. Will help. It probably just needs, it's probably just a rubbish stamp. Let that dry for a minute. Go away, bug. It might have helped a bit. Seems to be starting on. going to use it. Right. Again, that's not going to stay on. I can still see this string of glue that needs to come off. I think that's better. Oh, it goes all the way across. That'll do. Alright, so I think that is it. Nice and easy, but I do like them. So those little cutouts from that paper sheet worked out really well. It's amazing how many of these you could cut out of that sheet too, to use on all sorts of projects. So I hope you're all having a good time, and I shall be back on again soon with another project. Take care. See you later.